Mr. Svia, yesterday when we adjourned, you testified that Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe forced you to sign and affix your right thumb to the pro forma for the pointings out exhibit GG. Is that correct?
Izolo ke ushilo njengaphambi ukuthi ke siqede noma uma siqeda ke izolo ukuthi ke uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe wakuphoqa ke ukuthi usayinde move kuyona ke mayelana nayo ke pointing out nokuthi futhi ke ubeke isithupha sakho.
Ngithe konke engangikwenza noHadebe kwangesiyo intando yami ngangikwenza sokuphoqeleleka amaphoyisa ayekade engishaya.
I did say that everything that I did was in the company of Hadebe, was not out of my own free will. It was done, in other words, I was forced into doing it by the police that were assaulting me.
Akukho engangikwenza ngentando yami.
There's nothing that I did out of my own free will.
In the proceedings of 23 October 2023, page 57, from line 1, says that he was never explained his constitutional rights, and my further instructions that he signed the pro forma and he was forced to do so.
Nge-23 zika-October 2023 uyafunda ke umshushisi ke kule court laphana ukuthi ke kwasho noma ke watshela yena ke ufakazi ukuthi ke wasayindiswa ke iform leyo ke futhi namalungelo akhe engazange awatshelwe nokuthi ke asayine iform wayisayina lokho ke ephoqwa ukuthi akakwenze lokho.
Then the court, the court asked Mr. Mgumezulu forced to sign there. Then Mr. Mgumezulu says forced to sign the document.
Yabe inkantolo isimbuza kumnumzana uNgomezulu ukuthi ke waphoqwa ukuthi asayine lapho wathi ke mayiphendulo baba uNgomezulu wathi ukuthi ke waphoqwa ukuthi asayine iphepha.
Yebo akukho engangikwenza ngentando yami konke ngangiphoqeleleka ukuthi ngikwenze.
Yes, there's nothing that I did out of my own free will. I was forced to do.
Then yesterday we put it to you that it was never put to Lieutenant Hadebe that he forced you to sign the pro forma, as it has just been indicated now.
Izolo ke sishilo kuwena ke ukuthi leyo nkulumo leyo ayizange ishiwo kuyena uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe nkathi wayela enkantolo ukuthi wona ke uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe awayikwenza ke usibiya lapho wakwenza ke ephoqelekile noma ke ephoqwa ukuthi akwenze. Akusho umshishi ukuthi leyo nto manje siyizwa manje ngokuthi ishiwo wena kodwa akazange atshelwe uHadebe kanjalo.
uHadebe kodwa akazezetshelwe futhi ukuthi konke engakwenza naye ngangikwenza ngenjabulo. Konke engakwenza naye ngangiphoqelekile ukuthi ngikwenze.
But it was also never put to Hadebe that everything that I did with him, that I did it out of my own free will. Everything that I did it under duress.
But are you saying, Mr. Sibia, that Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe forced you to sign the document, or you signed the document because of the history of the assault on you?
Ingaba okushoyo umnumzana uSibiya ukuthi uKolonel Hadebe uyena owaphoqa noma wakuforsa ke masebenzisa lelo gama ukuthi usayine noma ke waphoqeleka ukuthi usayine ngenxa yalokho okwakwenzekile kuwena noma okwenziwa amaphoyisa kuwena noma uHadebe wakuphoqa.
uHadebe wayengxenye amaphoyisa angiphoqelele ukuthi ngenze lokho ayishoyo.
Hadebe was a part of the police officers that forced me to do everything that they said.
Ngoba ngiyachaza ukuthi akukho engakwenza noHadebe okwakusuka enhlizweni yami emothando konke engangikwenza noHadebe ngangikwenza ngoba ngiphoqelekile ukuthi ngikwenze.
As I've already mentioned, that there's nothing that I did with Hadebe that I did out of my own free will. Everything that I did was by force.
How did he force you to sign the document?
uHadebe ingabe wakuphoqa kanjani ukuthi iphepha leliya ulisayine?
Wanginikeza amaphepha ukuthi angisayine akaze zengicele.
He gave me documents to sign. He never requested me.
Ngaphoqeleka ukuthi ngisayine nami.
I was then-
ngivikela impilo yami.
I was then forced to sign because I was protecting my life.
So what you describe as Colonel Hadebe having forced you to sign the document was him giving you the documents to sign.
Okuchaza wena nanjengokuthi ke wakuphoqa uHadebe ukuthi athathe amaphepha la ayewaphethe akunike wona athi signer yiloko ukuphoqa okhuluma ngapha.
konke engangikwenza noHadebe angiphoqelekile nakho lokho kungezelela khona lapho indlela umshishisa kusho ngayo.
Everything that I did with Hadebe was by force. It also adds to that which the state is now referring to.
konke engangikwenza noHadebe akukho engangikwenza ngentando yami.
Yes.
Ngiphoqelekile ukuthi konke ngikwenze.
There's nothing that I did with Hadebe that I did out of my own free will. I was forced to do it.
But from your explanation, Mr. Sibiya, Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe did not exert physical pressure on you, is that correct?
Kodwa ke kule nkulumo oyishoyo manje wena mnumzana uSibiya akukho awakwenza uKolonel Hadebe asikithi nawa mhlambi ke ukuthi ke akuthinteke emzimbeni noma ke akushaya akukho awakwenza uthi nje wena wakunikeza amaphepha kuphela.
Akaze ngishaya kodwa i-body language yakhe yayikhomba ukuthi uyindluzula kimi naye njengalamaphoyisa la bekade ngishaya.
Yes, there was no physical, he was never physical with me, but the body language or his body language just indicated that it was by force, just like the police officers who were assaulting me.
Ngoba ngisho ukuthi amaphoyisa onke lamaphoyisa engangidibane nawo lalingekho nelilodwa iphoyisa lalilozolo nami noma lalifisa ukusiza mina lonke amaphoyisa engangidibane nawo ayindluzula kimi.
As I've already indicated that not a single police officer from the police officers that I met had empathy towards me or wanted to assist me. All were just aggressive towards me.
Now, what is it from his body language that gave you the impression that he was exerting pressure on you?
Yini ke lena nanjengoba ukhuluma ke ukuthi ke ibody language yakhe ke yini lena ke owayibona ke noma ke eyayisho ke kuyona ibody language yakhe ukuthi ke wayeyindluzula ngakuwena.
Indlela ayikhuluma ngayo indlela ayibukeka ngayo.
It's the manner in which he spoke, the manner in which he looked like.
Now, yesterday we also tried to establish from you as to at which stage you were so forced to sign the document Exhibit GG and affix your right thumb to the form. Are you able to state maybe at which stage that occurred?
Ingabe ungakusho yini ke ukuthi kukwesiphi ke isigaba ke la khona ke uphoqwa khona ke ukuthi usayine iphepha leliyana nokuthi ke ubeke isithupha sakho?
Ilesikhathi angisayinisa ngaso.
It was at the particular time when he made me to sign.
We refer to your evidence in chief where you testify that there are papers that you sign after taking the pictures.
Ushilo ke noma ke uma besikhombisa ke noma sifunda ke lana ke ku record ukuthi ke wasayina ke emuva kokuthi ke kwathathwa noma kwathwetshulwa izithombe.
And we tried to establish from you as to whether you signed the documents while still in the office, office number 31.
Sazama ke ukuthi sibuzeke noma sitholeke kuwena ukuthi ke wasayina ke nkathi wawusese officeini yini office ke number 31.
I-office angilazi ukuthi unumber bani.
I don't know the office number.
Kodwa ngishilo ukuthi izithombe ngashutha izithombe emva kokushutha izithombe ngabe sengisayina amaphepha ukuthi ngasiphi isikhathi angisakhumbuli ngoba bengishilo ukuthi angisakhumbuli amaphepha ngwasayine ngasiphi isikhathi.
But I did make mention of the fact that I took pictures and then after taking the pictures that is then when I signed, but I am not able to tell as to which time it was.
But were you still in the office?
But sorry, ingabe lokho kwenzeka nkathi usese office. Usengaphakathi kulona office.
Ngikhumbula ngathi kwenzeka ngisese kuyo leya container.
As far as I can recall, I think I was still inside that container.
Now, yesterday we went through the signatures with you on Exhibit GG. Are these the signatures that you place on the document Exhibit GG whilst you're still there in the office?
Izolo ke
I'm
sikhombise
talking now about the pro forma, not your statement.
manje ke ngikhombisile ke izolo ke la wawusayine khona ke ingaba ke lama signature ke bengikhombisa wona izolo iwona ke la Ngikhuluma manje ke ngeform angikhulumi ngestatement ke iwona ke la owawenza ngaleso sikhathi leso.
That's now pages 1 up to 5.
Sikhuluma ke la ngo page 1 kuyofica ke kena ke page 5 uthi akushoyo ke umshushisi ukuthi ukhombise lama signature la page 1 2 lama page ubuza ukuthi iwona ke lama signature ukukhuluma ngawo 5.
Ama-signature yiwo la engishilo ukuthi ngawasayina nginoHardebe.
These are the signatures that I indicated that I appended them when I was with Hadebe
There in the office.
office.
Ngikhumbula kanjalo.
That's how I can recall.
We also tried to establish from you as to whether Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe went through the papers. There is now Exhibit GG with you.
Okunye ke besifuna ukwazi ke noma bese kubuza kona ke ukuthi ke ingabe ke iphepha ngephepha ke noma iphepha ngalinye ke uHadebe ke okulona ke ngaba wayexoxisana nawe noma ke ekufundela ke okubhaliwe phansi.
Your evidence in chief is that Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe did not read from the papers. Is that correct?
Kubufakazi bakho ke okuyinhloko ke ushilo ukuthi ke uKolonel Hadebe akazange akufundele okubhalwe kulama phepha.
Ngithe uHardebe wangisayinisa amaphepha.
I said Hadebe made me to sign the documents.
But did he go through the documents with you? Did he go through the pro forma with you?
Kodwa ke sikubuzayo ukuthi ke ingaba ke lokhu okubhaliwe ke la ingaba wayekufunda yini athi sibiya ke naku okubhalwe lana naku okushiwo lana ingaba wakwenza yini lokho?
Cha.
No.
Akaze ngimbone uHardebe efunda phansi noma ini.
I never saw Hadebe reading what was reading as to what was written down.
Akaze ngimbone uHardebe ebhala phansi.
I never saw Hadebe writing down.
Now, in light of your answer, are you now able to state as to what the source of the information that is contained in Exhibit GG, the pro forma, as well as the statement, is?
Kulokho ke uqeda ke ukusho noma uqeda ukuphendula ke manje usungasitshela ke ukuthi ke okubhaliwe ke lana nokukhona ke kwistatement ukuthi kubuya kuphi.
Hayi lo mbuzo lo ngicabanga ukuthi ungaba right mangabuza uHardebe uyongawuphendula mina ngazi lutho ngayo yonke lento le.
That question can be better directed to Hadebe. He would be able to respond. I know nothing about all of this.
You see, what is strange, Mr. Sibiya, is that it was never put to Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe that he did not go through the pro forma with you.
Okumangazayo ke mnumzana uSibiya ukuthi ke lenkulumo lena ke akusiyona ke inkulumo eyashiwo kuyena uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe ukuthi ke yabona Colonel Hadebe lokhu ke okubhalwe lana awuzange ukufundeke noma umfundele uSibiya into ebhalwe lana.
No ukuthi futhi wangifundela no ukuthi kuphuma akaze kuze akekho umuntu wakhuluma lo nkulumo leyo ngoba nje ngiyikhuluma mina la uThadebe ayikho into angifundela yona ayikho into engayikhuluma naye bhala phansi.
Even the fact that he read it to me, no one put it to him. So as I'm saying that there's nothing that Hadebe went through with me, there is also nothing that Hadebe wrote down.
As we put it to you yesterday, all of the defense counsel asked about the content of the pro forma.
Nanjengoba sishilo ke kuwena ke izolo ukuthi ke bonke abameli into ababuza imibuzo ngayo noma bamhloma imibuzo ngayo ke uHadebe yilokhu ke okulana ke noma okubhaliwe la.
Whether the rights that are contained in the pro forma go far enough to explain your rights as contained in the Constitution.
Bebuza ke nokuthi ke amalungelo ke ukuthi ke amalungelo ke ahambelana nomthetho sisekelo noma ke afikayo ke la umthetho sisekelo usho khona.
Kodwa ukumbuza ngalento le ebhalwe la akusho ukuthi bakholelwa ukuthi ngayenza mina nginayo. Ngoba nomshushisi naye engibuza ekhuluma ngokushawa kwami nje ngibuza ukuthi ngangishawa kanjani kodwa akakholelwa ukuthi ngashawa.
But that doesn't mean that, or having asked him about this, doesn't mean that they believed that I did this together with him. Also the fact that the prosecutor is interrogating me about me having been assaulted and also not believing that I was assaulted.
But you see, it was never specifically put to Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe that he did not go through the pro forma with you.
Kodwa ke ngishoyo ukuthi akakaze atshelwe uKenel Hadebe ukuthi Kenel Hadebe le form lena ke akusiyona ke iform lena ke owahlala phansi noSibiya nayo ke wamtshela ke okubhalelwana wamfundela okubhalelwana akaze uHadebe ungaphendula.
Yes, it is a court, my lord. That is not entirely correct because Sibiya's version was posed to Mr. Hadebe to the effect that the content of this document was never ever read to him.
You're speaking too low. I can't hear you.
I'm saying the supposition that none of the defense said to Hadebe that he never went through the pro forma with him is incorrect because accused version, Mr. Sibiya's version was put to Hadebe to the effect that his rights were never explained to him. His rights as contained in this pro forma were never explained to him.
Yeah, fine. I hear you.
We will demonstrate as to why we say counsel moved from the premise that Colonel Hadebe went through the pro forma with you. On page 23, Proceedings of 23 October 2023, page 87, your own counsel, Mr. Mngomezulu, at line 10 says, when cross-examining Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe, among other rights that you have explained, the right to remain silent, I'm happy with that. The right to legal representative, I'm happy with that. Right against self-incrimination, and he says, sorry, may I confirm that? He says, sir, from the right to remain silent, you even explain the consequences of not remaining silent. Then he goes on to line 17, Mr. Mngomezulu. But what I fail to understand from the rights that you have explained to him is the response that you got from the accused. The answer was yes, I understand.
Ufunda lana ke mshushisi kufakazi bange 23 zika October 2023 page 87 ku line 10 inkulumo yakhe ke ubaba uMngomezulu kuma phakathi ke kwamalungelo owamchazela wona ke ilungelo lokuthula lokuthi ke angasho lutho anginankinga ke nalokho ilungelo lokuthi ke abe nommeli anginankinga ke kuyangithokozisa ke lokho ilungelo ke lokuthi ke angasho nayiphi ke into engafaka yena ke noma ke engathi ke uyabandakanyeka besithi ke ngiyaxolisa ke bengicela nje uqinisekisa lokhu athi kodwa ke kulungelo lona ke lokuthula angasho lutho wase uyamchazela ke kanye futhi nemiphumela nokuthi ke kungenzekani ke uma ngabe engathuli aqhubekeke ubaba uHadebe athi yebo kuyiqiniso ubaba uMngomezulu kodwa ke engakuzwisisi kahle ke kumalungelo la owamchazela wona ke impendulo owayithola kuyena ummangalelwa impendulo kwakuyebo fundeka ngaleyo ndlela.
Yes. Do you have any comment?
La uMngomezulu ubuza i-witness imbuzo akasho ukuthi uSibiya uthi.
Here it was Mngomezulu putting questions to the witness. Mr. Mngomezulu was not saying that this is what Sibiya says.
Njengoba umshushisi ngoba ngisho ukuthi yena umshushisi uthi mina angishawanga. Kodwa yabuza ukuthi mangishawa eThembisa kwakwenzakalani.
But as I'm indicating that the state indicates that I was not assaulted, but the state further asked me as to what was happening in Tembisa when I was being assaulted.
uHadebe akaze sengifundele lutho.
Hadebe never read anything to me.
See, during the proceedings of 24 October 2023 at page 64, Advocate Numalo, when cross-examining Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe, put the following question to him at line 14, Mr. Numalo, you must ask me to repeat the question. I will repeat it for you. The question was, is it correct that the rights that you explained to the accused are the ones that are contained in the pro forma, Exhibit GG? Then he says yes. Then Mr. Numalo says at line 19, the rights that you explained to the accused, which are contained on page 2 of the pro forma, in terms of section 35 of the Constitution. Lieutenant Colonel, do you know the category of person to whom they belong? Then he says yes. And he follows up with a question, is it in relation to which category of persons? He says of arrested persons. Then at page 65, Mr. Numalo says, all right, is it correct, Lieutenant Colonel, that not all the rights as contained in section 35, 1A up to F of the Constitution are detailed in that paragraph? That's now paragraph 2 of the pro forma.
Lana ke umshushisi ufunda ke kwakuyena ke uadvocate uNxumalo owayebuza yena uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe uqala lana ke usungangicela ke ukusho yena uadvocate uNxumalo usungangicela ukuthi umbuzo ngiuphinde ngizokuphindela ke umbuzo uthi kwakuyiqiniso yini ukuthi amalungelo owachaza kuyena umsolwa iwona ke lawo akhona ke kwiform lena sikhuluma ngayo ke exhibit GG aphendula ke uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe athi yebo aqhubekeke uadvocate uNxumalo amalungelo owachaza noma owawasho kuyena umsolwa abhaliwe ke kuyena upage 2 aloke iform leli ngaphansi kwawo ke umthetho usection 35 wawo umthetho sisekelo Lieutenant Colonel uyazi ke ukuthi ke amalungelo achazelwa ke luhlobo lini lomuntu aqhubekeke uColonel Hadebe athi yebo abhekiswa ke noma ke amalungelo ashiwo noma ke achazelwa muphi umuntu oboshiwe ngokusho kwakhe ke uColonel Hadebe ingabe kuyiqiniso yini Lieutenant Colonel ukuthi ke akusiwona onke amalungelo angaphansi kwakhe usection 35 1AF umthetho sisekelo achaziwe ke noma ashiwo ke kuyona ke leyo paragraph leyo yebo. Yes. Yeah.
Do you have any comment?
Kukhona ofisa ukusho?
Yeah.
Yes.
uNxumalo la uphinda ubuza i-witness elayiboxini njengoba umshushisi bethu uvivinya ubufakazi bami nje uNxumalo wayevivinya ubufakazi be-witness eseboxini hayi ukuthi wayethi uSibiya uthe.
Once again here, Advocate Nxumalo is now posing questions to a witness that is in the witness box or witness doc, not to say that this is what Sibiya says, just like the state indicated or alluded to the fact that the state is now testing or interrogating my evidence.
Namanje ngisasha ayikho into engayifundela uHadebe.
I still maintain that nothing was read to me by Hadebe.
Akaze ngifundela amalungelo amaHadebe.
Hadebe never read me my rights.
Once again, on the 25th of October 2023, at page 19, Advocate Nshololo put the following questions to Hadebe. At line 15, Advocate Nshololo, because what I'm trying to establish is what was in the mind of the accused as you were going down with the interview. What was explained to the accused as you were going down with the interview, whether it was explained properly or not. Those are my submissions.
Lana ke uadvocate Mshololo naye ke ushokena ke ufakazi lana ke engizama ke ukuthi ngikuthole kusho yena ke advocate Mshololo ukuthi ke yini eyayisemqondweni wakhe ke umsola nangaleso sikhathi leso ke owawunaleyo nhlolo khono kanye naye ukuthi yini ke ayichazelwa umsola nanjengoba ke waqhubeka naye nokuthi ke ingaba lokho kwachazwa noma ke kwashiwo kahle yini noma ke ngendlela ayizwayo.
Usekatolo ngikwenhlonipho nje ngina 10 days ngila umshushisi unokungibuza umbuzo oyi1 kaningi ngimphendule kumele ngiphinde ngimphendule umbuzo oyi1 lokhu nguphendula kaningi.
Okay. With my lord, with the greatest of respect, I've been in this box for 10 days, and the same question has been repeatedly posed to me by the prosecutor. I would answer that question, but the very same question would be put to me over and over and over again.
Ngina 15 days ngila eboxini, ngina 10 days ngibuzwa imibuzo umshushisi unokuthi abuze umbuzo oyi1 kaningi mhlambe ka 15 noma kangaka umbuzo oyi1 ngibuza kaningi ngoba nalento le angibuza yona eKama Mshololo namanje answer yakhona ngisalibele ngisho ukuthi umuntu oyela eboxini babebuza umbuzo iwitness yayila eboxini bevivinya ubufakazi bewitness yayila eboxini akusikho ukuthi mina ngithe uHadebe khona amalungelo angifundela uHadebe awekho amalungelo angifundela wona.
I've been in this witness dock for 15 days, and it's been 10 days that the state has been has been cross-examining me, and even with this particular portion that has been read to me now by the state with regards to Advocate Mshololo, this is what was put, or the witness's version or evidence was being tested, but not to say that this is what I said. I still maintain that there's nothing that Hadebe read to me or rights that Hadebe explained to me.
Witness estate la umshushisi makuthi witness kwenzeka ubuzwa umbuzo okwabuzwa mhlambe ubabomnisi usubuzwa ubaba Ramsipit ebese umshushisi ebavimbe ethi lo mbuzo lo uphendulile kusikhathi kusa ebuzwa umnisi lo mbuzo lo awulungele ukuthi uphinde awuthuka kodwa kimi ngithola impela ngathi ngithola utrial okungekho kahle esandleni makuthi mina ngibuzwa imibuzo kuze kube kaningi ngibuzwa umuntu oyi1 umbuzo kuze ngibuze kona mhlambe ka 4-5.
There were state witnesses that were called before this court, my lord, and if it happened that a question would be posed by Advocate Mnisi that was posed to the witness by Mr. Ramusipile, the state would then get up, or the state would then object and say that the question has been put. So I feel now that I am getting an unfair trial here, because now the same question is being repeatedly asked to me by the same person.
Umshushisi akumele bekhona umuntu amdefendayo noma umuntu angamdefend umshushisi ngokomthetho umuntu ukuthi ufuna ukuthola iqiniso ukuthi kwenzakalani.
And the state should not be defending a particular person and not defend the other person. By law, the state is supposed to get the truth as to what really happened.
Kodwa ngithola sengibuzeke imibuzo eminingi umbuzo oyi1 umbuzo kaningi umbuzo oyi1 kaningi ngicina ngingasazi ukuthi umshushisi kahle kahle uqonde ukungitrika or uqonde ukwenza njani angisatholi kahle so sengibona ngathi i-trial yami ayisekho fair.
Now, my lord, I find myself in a situation where I'm being asked the same question over and over again. I don't know whether the state wants to trick me or what, and I now feel that my trial is not being fair, or I'm not being tried fairly.
Mr. Sibia,
Can I just get the date of the transcript from the interpreter?
25 October 2023.
Page?
Page 19, line, should be 15.
Where you were reading from?
Yes, I think it should be about line 15 if my calculation is correct. Just below line 10.
yes.
It's not there.
It's the line, no, it's just, but it's below line 10. Just go down below line 10.
Thank you. Mr. Sibia, this is for the first time that we are canvassing the pro forma regarding the pointings out. We have never canvassed that with you previously.
Mnumzana uSibiya kuwokuqala ke ukuthi ke sikhulume nawe noma sikubuze ke ngalo ke iphepha leli noma le form ke asikaze sikwenze lokho ngaphambilini.
And this portion that we have just quoted to you about what counsel cross-examined Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe on, these are the issues that we haven't canvassed with you before.
Futhi ke lokho esiqeda ukufunda ke kuwena manje sorry sithi ke yikona ummeli ke ayekubuza uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe asiyona into esake sakhuluma nawe ngaphambilini ngayo noma sakubuza ngayo.
Namhlanje nje ngoba umshusisi eqala namhlanje ukuthi angibuze ngalento le usengibuze ngamaphepha ayi3 ianswer yakhona i1 and lento le angibuza yona into okuyikuthi ingumbuzo ibuzwa iwitness uyayibona la lento le ingumbuzo obuza witness akushiya ukuthi uSibiya uthe what.
As the state is putting this to me now, we've had 3 pages already prior to this where I've been asked and I've been giving the same answer. And as the state is putting this point or this line to me, this is something that is being put to the witness, but not to say that this is what Sibiya's version is.
Yes, we're trying to demonstrate to you.
This is becoming very unfair and is actually becoming a circus. Mr. Sibiya, as a witness, is raising a concern with his court. It is for the court to try and explain if the court has got any explanation. It is for the court to try and explain the dynamics of what is happening here, but not for the court to allow a direct confrontation between Mr. Sibiya and the state. Mr. Sibiya is raising a very genuine point that is elucidated in State versus Van der Westhuizen, which is an appellate division matter, wherein it's stated what are the duties of the prosecution are. But Sibiya does not invite a dialogue between himself and the state. I would therefore would have expected the court to say, Mr. Sibiya, this is what is happening. If the court sees that the line of cross-examination, although Mr. Sibiya is not happy with it, is correct, then the court has got to bring that to the attention of Mr. Sibiya. But the court does not have simply to keep quiet and allow a dialogue between Mr. Sibiya and the state to proceed. That is highly unfair at the instance of Mr. Sibiya and at the instance of this trial.
Yes, sir.
My Lord, there's no dialogue between the state and the accused. The accused is saying that he's being asked the same questions several times. We're trying to explain to him that it's not the same question that is being asked several times. We drew his attention to the fact that it was never put to Colonel Hadebe that Exhibit GG was not traversed with him, and we are referring him to the relevant portions on the record that indicate that counsel moved from the premise that the exhibit was traversed with him. That is all that we're trying to do, my lord. And we're explaining to the witness that all that we're trying to establish from him is as to what happened. This is what we've been doing throughout, my lord.
Yeah, you may proceed, sir. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing unlawful about the cross-examination you are transgressing with the witness.
Besukumileke ummeli wakhe etshela inkantolo ke ukuthi ke ucicela inkantolo ukuthi ke ingeneleleke la ibona khona ukuthi khona ke inkulumo mpikiswano ke phakathi kwakho kanye futhi ke nomshushisi ngoba ke la usho into ke wena ke oyibonayo ke noma othi yenzeka ke umshushisi uyaphendula ukuthi cha akukho ke la sikhuluma siphikisana khona ke nokuthi ke unoxabano khona ke ukuthi nje ngiyamtshela ke noma ke ngisho ke kuyena komnumzana uSibiya ukuthi ke lokhu akukaze kwenzeke ke nkathi uKhenel Hadebe ela futhi ke ngimtshengisa ke le indawo lezi engithi khona ke yila khona engakaze kwenzeka inkantolo siyamdedela ke yamkhulula kumshushisi ithi angaqhubeka ke ngendlela abuza ngayo ayiboni ke kunenkinga ngendlela umshushisi enza ngakhona.
And my lord, yesterday Advocate Nisi did raise this issue, and we deliberately did not respond to the issue that he raised, that the cross-examination, as he put it, he said it's meant to, I'm trying to remember the way that he used, but to tire the, to tire the accused. Yeah, badger, I think there's the word that he used. But, my lord, a lot has been written on the subject of cross-examination, and there's a very handy book by G. Coleman, Cross-Examination, a Practical Handbook, at page 5, where the learned author espouses the purpose of cross-examination, and he says, the process is commonly thought of as one designed to expose the witness who is deliberately lying, and indeed it is that, but no less important is the achievement of counsel who demonstrates by cross-examination that a witness has been mistaken on one or more of the points in his evidence, or that he is biased, or otherwise unworthy of credence, or that the material points have been omitted or inadequately stressed in the evidence in chief. And this is, my lord, that's all that that we're trying to do. No more, no less, my lord.
I respond, my lord. This is basically referring to cross-examination as a whole. It does not specifically refer to what I raised yesterday as badgering. Badgering simply refers to persistently asking a witness one and the same thing for more than 20 times or for more than 100 times, and the witness responding for more than that 20 times and for more than that 100 times on the same thing. That is badgering. But what the state has quoted now from that learned author, whose name I did not get, and whose name the court did not even get to.
I know the guy, personally.
I know he's fine, my lord. But that author does not refer to an aspect within cross-examination referred to as badgering. Cross-examination is good because it intends to achieve what has been quoted there. But badgering is something totally different. It is disallowed. To tire the witness's mind by consistently and persistently asking one and the same question, albeit in different form or in the same form, that is totally disallowed. Those were the basis why I stood up yesterday and said that the state is badgering the witness. I did not intend to say that the state must not cross-examine his witness, but within the aspect of cross-examination, the state has got to avoid badgering a witness, which is not being referred to in the passage that the state has read, madam. Thank you.
As a court, please, if we may proceed as the court is directed. Now, the other issue from yesterday, Mr. Sibia, was that it was never put to Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe that he forced you to point down the points.
Okunye ke noma olunye udaba ke sikhulume ngalo izolo ukuthi ke ayikaze ishiwo ke uyena uKenel Hadebe ngathi wayela enkantolo ukuthi ke waphoqa ukuthi ke ukhombeke indawo ezithize noma ke ukhombeke ama points.
Akukho la kwathi uHadebe ngangivumelane naye khona ukukhomba indawo ezithize. Yimi ngisho ukuthi konke engangikwenza noHadebe ngangiphoqelekile ukuthi ngikwenze.
There is nowhere where it is mentioned or stated that everything that I did with Hadebe, that in other words, that we did it together. It is me who indicated to this court that everything that I did with Hadebe, I was forced to do.
And this version was neither put to the driver, Captain Nailana, that Colonel Hadebe forced you to point down certain points.
Nakuyena ke owayengumshayeli ngalelo langa ke shayela imoto enanihamba ngayo ke no naye uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe uCaptain Nailana naye ke akazange ayitshelwe leyo noma leyo nkulumo ishiwo kuyena ke ukuthi ke uCaptain Hadebe sorry, uKenel Hadebe wayekuphoqa-ke ukuthi ukhombe.
namanje ngiyasho lapha phambi kwekatolo ukuthi konke engangikwenza noHadebe ngangiphoqeleke ukuthi ngikwenze uHadebe wayethi angenze lokhu kumele ukuthi ngenze lento le ayishoyo ukuthi angenze.
I still maintain before this court that everything that I did with Colonel Hadebe, I did it out by force or under duress. And Hadebe would say, I must do this, and I would be forced to do it.
Now, Mr. Sibia, you say you are not the source of the information that is contained in Exhibit GG, the noise, the pro forma, as well as the notes on pointings out. We're going to traverse this document with you to indicate that you are the source.
Uyasho-ke wena mnumzana Sibiya ukuthi-ke konke-ke okubhalwe lana-ke kuleli phepha noma-ke kulamaphepha alana-ke ukuthi abuye kuwena-ke manje-ke sithina-ke sizothi-ke sifundeke le document noma leli phepha-ke noma lamaphepha kanye nawe ukukutshengisa-ke ukuthi-ke lokhu okubhalwe la kubuya kuwena.
Akubuyi kimi ngisasho namanje ngazi lutho ngayo lento la.
I still maintain that I'm not, it doesn't come from me or I'm not the source. I know nothing about what is contained here.
It says notes on the pointings out of scenes and or points. And it says describe the precise circumstances preceding the pointing out of scenes and or points. Paragraph 1. Who approached the officer to take charge of such pointing out? Response, Lieutenant Colonel Geninda.
You can read.
It says Headquarters Detective Service, and it says date 2020-05-04, time 13:39.
Lana-ke kubhaliwe-ke ukuthi-ke ama-notes-ke noma-ke ukubhalwa-ke lana kokuyokhomba-ke iy'ndawo noma-ke indawo noma-ke ama-point ukuthi-ke chaza-ke izimo ezona zimo-ke ngaphambi kokuthi-ke kuhanjwe-ke kuyo-ke indawo la ekuyokhonjwa khona-ke indawo noma-ke iy'ndawo noma-ke ama-points. Ubani-ke oweza-ke kuwena kukhulunywa ngalona-ke okuyiyena-ke manje ozohola-ke le pointing out noma la ekuzoyiwa khona-ke. Impendulo ithi-ke uLieutenant Colonel Gininza wasehhovisi elikhulu phecelezi-ke i-headquarters ngaphansi-ke kwabaseshi Detective Service. Date 2020-05-04 isikhathi u-13:39.
The date of that's indicated there was subsequently.
So,
Kumele ngiphendule la.
am I expected to comment here?
Yes, you may if you want to.
Uma kuwukuthi-ke ufisa ukuthi uphendule.
uHadebe akazeze ngibuze umbuzo nje akazi ngize ngiphana futhi ngale answer le.
Hadebe never asked me this and I never gave him this answer.
Yes, and that date was subsequently explained or corrected by Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe. The date of 4 May 2020.
Futhi-ke leya date-ke wabe eseyilungisa-ke yena uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe leya date yange-4 zikaMay.
Yes. We'll refer you to the relevant passage later. Then, I'm sorry?
Bengibawa idate uthi ilungisa kanjani.
I was just confused as to how did he correct the date.
He explained that it was an error.
Sasho-ke ukuthi-ke kwakuyiphutha.
Ngoba uma kuyikuthi uHadebe kuthiwa lento le wayibhala nami waphinde wangifundela shuthi lesikhathi eyibhala mayenza imistake ezophinde ayifunde ayibone le mistake shuthi kumele ayilungise same day makuyikuthi uthi yena wayibona wabhala lento nami waphinde wangifundela.
And if it is-
lutho ngayo yonke lento le ebhalwe la.
If it is that, as he claimed, or as it is claimed that he wrote this together with me, or when he was with me, and he then read back what was written here, then he would have that would have been picked up on that very same time when reading it back and corrected there. So I still maintain that I know nothing about what is written here.
Yes, his explanation is found in the proceedings of 23 October 2023, page 80, from line 15.
La achaza khona ke uyatholakala ke ubufakazi bange 23 October 2023 upage ke u80 uline 15.
Mr. Mgomezulu put the following question to him. So you maintain that you received a telephone call from Colonel Gininda on 4 May 2020 at 13:39, approximately 20 to 2. Then Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe Malot, I received a call from Colonel Gininda on 4 June 2020.
Lokhu ke ketholakala kubufakazi bange 23 zika October 2023 upage u80 uline 15. La ubaba uMngomezulu ambuza khona ke ukuthi ke usamile ke kuleyo nkulumo yokuthi ke wathola ucingo olwabuya kuyena ke uGininda ngazo i4 zika May 2020. Waphendula ke uKolonel Hadebe wathi ngathola ucingo olubuya kuGininda nge4 zika June 2020. Yila amshushisi athi ke yila akulungisa khona uKolonel Hadebe.
And on page
Ngoba ngisho ukuthi
sorry.
mina impela angingeni ndawo la mina lento le angiyazi ngiqala nje ukuyibona masifika la ecourt njengoba ngibona manje ukuthi uthi kwamoshakala ukuba wayebhala lento enami sizofika uma ukuthi lento ayisho yimi ezofika ebhale i2020 0504 wayezothi mase engifundela bese phinde ebona ukuthi hayi la senze imistake bese eyalungisa ukuthi kungabi uMay kube uJune okukhomba ukuthi uHadebe akaze ezengifundela lento futhi akaze ezeyibhale nami lento.
As I'm saying that this doesn't concern me, and if indeed Colonel Hadebe wrote this in my presence and read it back to me, then we would have then detected that there was a mistake and then rectified it, which then proves that Hadebe never wrote this when he was in my presence or when he was with me or read it back to me.
See, he further on page 81 says at line 11, I said I received the call on 4 June 2020. The following day I went and did the pointing out.
Uyaqhubeka ke kuyena ke page 81 la ashoyo ke ukuthi ke khona ke ngathola ke ucingo ngazo i4 zika May i4 zika June 2020 kwase kuthi ngelanga elilandelayo ke ngahamba ke la esiya khona ke kuyona ipointing out noma la ekuyokhonjwa khona.
Mina engiqonda ukusho kwesekatolo ukuthi lento le mina ngazilutho ngayo ngoba nje elokhu uHadebe ethiwa ngifundele ukhomba ukuthi uHadebe akaze sengifundele lento ayibhalela la ayibhala khona A1 noma mina lo muntu ayibhala naye hayi mina ngoba ukuba wayibhala enami wayezothi mase engifundela bese ebona le mistake bese yayilungisa okukhomba ukuthi uHadebe akaze sebhala into enami futhi akaze sengifundele lento le angazilutho ngalento le.
What I mean to say, my Lord, is that I know nothing about this. If it Hadebe wrote this wherever he was, with whomever he was with, so I know nothing about this. If he had written it in my presence and he read it back to me, then the mistake would have then been detected and rectified. I know nothing about this.
Then paragraph 2, how was the officer approached? Says by telephone. And the request was, can you please obtain a pointing out from an accused on my case?
Lana ke umbuzo landelayo ukuthi ke iform ke lena ukuthi ke yena ke khulunywa ngayo uma khulunywa ngo-officer khulunywa ngaye ke uHadebe ukuthi ke kweziwa kanjani ke kwena noma ke isicelo lesi seza kanjani kwena uyaphendula ke lana uyabhala ke phansi yena ukuthi isicelo sathi uma sifika ke noma loyo muntu wayecela kuyena ke ecela yena uHadebe wathi ungalekelela yini ngokuthi ke utholeke ipoint out noma ke la ekuzoyiwa khona ke uyotshengiswa noma ke kuyokhonjwa indawo ezithizwe lokho kuzokwenziwa ke umsolwa kwicala labi noma ke kwicala engisebenza ngalo.
Paragraph 3,
Ngazilutho ngayo yonke nami lento le.
I know nothing about all of this.
paragraph 3, what were the exact words of the member of the force when he approached the officer to take charge of such pointing out? The response, can you please obtain a pointing out in my case?
Ngifuna uyizwiswe kahle-ke lento mnumzane uSibiya ukuthi la kuloko okubhalwe la noma kuloko sikufunda la akuthiwa wena owakusho noma-ke wena kodwa lana-ke iform lena yasemaphoyiseni manje-ke yena-ke nanjengomuntu oshayela ucingo-ke ecelwa-ke kunale mibuzo ekufanele ayiphendule. Umbuzo olandelayo-ke uthi-ke ayethini-ke amazwi noma-ke amagama asetshenziswa kulo ocelwayo ngathi-ke ecelwa kulo ayemcela ukuthi-ke ube uyena ohola-ke leyo pointing out noma leyo ndawo ekuzoyiwa kuyona. Yena-ke uma sephendula-ke usho lokhu okwashiwo kuyena ngathi-ke thola ucingo kuGininda uthi-ke isicelo sathi ungalekelela yini ngokuthi-ke usize ngokuthi-ke uye kwi-pointing out noma la kuzokhonjwa khona kwicala lami.
It says, read to suspect. It says, at Alberton SAPS on this, the 5th day of June, 2020, and at office number 31, Alberton SAPS. It says, name, Muzikau Kulela Stemba Sibiya. It says, place, Nongoma, KZN, sex, male, address, Ngoza Primary School, it says age, 34 years.
Lana-ke manje sikona-ke sikuqondene nawe-ke ithi fundela-ke umsola noma-ke okufundelwa umsola yabe sithi-ke police station yase-Alberton ilanga ngeyi-5 zikaJune 2020 ku-office number u-31 e-Alberton noma-ke kumahhovisi amaphoyisa e-Alberton. Igama Muzika Ukhulelwa Stemba Sibiya, indawo Nongoma KwaZulu Natal, umuntu wesilisa, ikheli Ngoza Primary School, iminyaka u-34.
Now, if Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe did not go through this pro forma as Gigi with you, how would he have known of your names and the address as well as your age?
Uma kuwukuthi-ke uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe akazange-ke akufundele lokhu okubhaliwe lana, walazi kanjani igama lakho, la ikheli lakho kanye futhi-ke neminyaka yakho?
Ngizophinda ngicacise lento le. uHadebe mayebhala la sasise Albertine uye futhi uHadebe wazi ukuthi le ndawo esasikuyo unamba bani.
Okay, I'll explain this again. When Hadebe was writing here, we were in Alberton, and he's the one who knows the number of the office that we were in.
Mina angiyazi number ukuthi le container esasikuyo lapha ya unamba bani uye uHadebe uyazi.
I do not know the number of that particular container that we were in. It's Hadebe who knows that.
And mina sengisho kaningi angisiyena oNongoma ngingwasemahlabathini.
I have said this many times. I am not from Nongoma or KwaNongoma. I am from Mahlabathini.
Ngumuntu wesilisa ekhaya akuna address imizi yasemakhaya ayina ma address ukuthi kuthiwa kusenamba bani bani uma ulayela umuntu ekhaya uthi kuthiwa kuboka bani umuntu uyahamba ezofika la mayifika kuleyo ndawo leyo efika ebuza ukuthi kukuphi kuboka bani Sibiya.
I am a male person. And I've also given this explanation that we do not have house addresses or home addresses back home in the villages. You just ask about, you mention a name or you mention a surname, and then ask where do these people stay, and then you will then be directed to the particular house you are inquiring about. But there are no home addresses or house addresses.
Okwamagama ami amaphoyisa vele mayifika kimi ngiwatshenile amagama ami uthi mina ngumuzi Sibiya.
As with regards to my name or my names, when the police approached me, I informed them or told them that I am Muzi Sibiya.
Mayifika endlini kamalume afika atshothe iID yami ngoba nje angaze ngayithatha lapha kwamshushisi bayisayinala la umshushisi wayisayinala la benu baMngomezulu iID yami yayise emaphoyiseni ukwazi kweminyaka yami babebona iID number yami bayazokwazi ukuthi mina ngalesikhathi lesingineminyaka emingaka.
With regards to my age, I did mention that when the police got to my uncle's place, they stole my identity document. And it was signed here by the state together with Mr. Mngomezulu when it was handed back. So looking at my ID number, they will then be able to tell as to how old I am.
Mina angihlala esikoleni ngihlala ekhaya isikole lesesibhalela uNgoza Primary School angihlala esikoleni.
I do not reside at a school or in a school. This is a school address that is written here. I've got a home.
But
and lesi sikole lesi asikho ngaphansi kwaNongoma singaphansi kwamahlabathi.
And this school is not under Nongoma, it is under Mahlabati.
do you know the school?
Uyasazi isikole lesi?
Yebo isikole ngiyasazi.
Yes, I know the school.
Is it near your residential or your home village?
Kuseduze nangakini. Siseduze nangakini.
Yebo isikole siseduze nangakithi.
Yes.
Kodwa hayi ukuthi siseduze wasekhaya, siseduze nangakithi ukuthi isikole sangakithi engisaziyo nami.
Not that it is close to my home, but it is in the village or area where I'm staying, and the school that I know.
Yes, but how will Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe have known about Ngoza Primary School?
Manje ke yena ke uHadebe isikole lesi ke wayezosazi kanjani?
Maningi amathuba ukuthi uHadebe engezwe ngalesi sikole lesi. uHadebe mina mangiboshwa ngiboshiswa umuntu othi utshena amaphoyisa uthi umuzi Sibiya uthi yena lo muntu umuzi Sibiya wenze ukuthi amaphoyisa mayifika kimafika ngokutshena igama lami ukuthi mina igama lami ngubani ngakazi ngize ngwatshela. Amaphoyisa ngoba ayiphethe iphepha enegama lami mina akazi ngize ngwatshela igama lami before ayiza nje kimi azofuna umuzi vele.
Ngiyacela mfethu asebenzisane, ngiyacela mfethu. There are many chances that Hadebe would have known about this. When I got arrested, the person that apparently told the police get given them information, or they had my name when they approached me.
Okwesibili lesi sikole lesi ngoba sisemakhaya nje kulapha kwakune intelligence lapha ya abantu abazinhloli abakwazi ukuthola ukuthi ubani usuka kuphi kanjani kanjani. So amaphoyisa ayikhona lama ngiboshwa kwakunalawo maphoyisa lawo lolo hlobo lolo.
And this school is a school that is situated in back home in the village. And when I was arrested, there were intelligence police, people who are able to tell as to where a person or a particular person comes from or hails from.
The age, is at your correct age in 2020?
Kwakuyona iminyaka yakho lo ngo-2020.
Kungamele ngibale ukuthi iminyaka yami ngo2020 onje imingaki.
I would have to count as to how old I was back in 2020.
Yes.
Kodwa noma kungaba yiyo exactly kungabe kura ngoba ngisho ukuthi amaphoyisa ayothi iID yami mayifika endlini.
But it is
umuntu mayibona iID yomuntu uyazi ukuthi umuntu mayizalwe ngesikhathi esiso ngonyaka oso uneminyaka emingaki ngonyaka oso uneminyaka emingaki.
It might be the exact age because, as I said, that the police had stolen my ID. So when they were in possession of my ID, they were then able to tell that if you were born in this year, now it's this year, this is how old you are.
But keep in mind, Mr. Sibiya, that Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe was not part of the investigating team. He hails from Rustenburg, from organized crime in Rustenburg, as we put it to you yesterday.
Ukhumbuleke ukuthi ke Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe yena wayengasiyona ke ingxenye yethimba eliphenyayo nanjengoba seshilo kwena ke izolo ukuthi ke wayebuya kuyona ke icrime intelligence eRustenburg ngaleso sikhathi leso yila owayesebenza khona.
No, organized crime, not crime intelligence.
Oh sorry, organized crime, ngaphansi organized crime eRustenburg.
Kodwa konke lokho akubhalela akakuthathanga kimi.
But all of this which is written here or contained in here is not information that he got from me.
Shuthi yena ngoba nje ethiwa for lo Gininda uGininda wamtshena shuthi yonke into ukuthi akayibhalanga noGininda lento.
As he indicated that he was contacted by Gininda, which then means that Gininda told him all of this if he did not write this in the presence or company of Gininda.
Says apparently in his sound and sober senses appears before me Lieutenant Colonel Khadebe, appointed as Justice of the Peace for the Republic of South Africa.
Akushoyo ke lana ukuthi ke ngendlela engimbona ngayo ke uyena uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe uthi ke isimo ke akubona ke ngaphansi kwaso ngaleso sikhathi ukuthi nje wawukahle ke kungatshengisiki ukuthi kukhona ke okungekho kahle ngawe ngesilungu ke besho ukuthi ke sound and sober senses ukuthi nje wawukahle akukho ukuphazamisa phambi kwakhe ke yena uLieutenant Colonel Hadebe yena ke oqokiwe ke nanjenge Justice of the Peace kuyona ke iNingizimu Afrika noma ngaphansi ke kwayo iNingizimu Afrika.
Lo lento ekhulunywa uHadebe la ayikho angaze ngize ngibe kahle mina ngiboshiwe ngedate angaze ngidibane nomndeni wami akekho ayengazi ukuthi ngikuphi ngangihlangahlangene ngangishawa ngamaphoyisa akukho engathi kwaku right kimi ngangekho right nje totally.
What is written here by Lieutenant Colonel Hadebe is not accurate and it is not correct. I was not in my sound and sober senses. I was arrested on the 30th. I did not meet my family during that time. I was I was just not well.
And
Yeah.
uHadebe akangazi mangi right noma ngekho right.
And Hatebe does not know me when I'm in my sound senses, sound and sober senses, and when I'm also not well. He doesn't know me.
Just a minute, if I can just take you back to that Ngoza Primary School. Where is it? You said you know the school. Where is it exactly?
Uma singabuyela lana kwisikole lesingoza ushilo wathi uyasazi sikuphi nendawo?
Nje singaphansi kwasemahlabathini.
I said it falls under Mahlabathini.
Nakhona hayi ukuthi ingoza, hayi ukuthi ingoza, ongoza.
Not to say Ngoza. There is an O before the N, Ongoza.
In cross-examination by Dr. Sibanda on the 7th of February 2024, page 31, he asked you if you know the school and asked you where it is, and your response was that it is in Ngoma. In other words, Kwanongoma.
So the doctor was asking the witness.
Yes.
Lana ke nge 7 zika February 2024 lana wawubuzwa uyena ke u Dr. Sibanda ingabe uyasazi waphendula ke wena yebo ngiyasazi isikole wabuza ke Mr. Sibanda sikuphi waphendula ke wena wathi KwaNongoma.
Manje ukwanongoma lo ngibona ubhalwe ngepeni mina.
I see KwaNongoma written in, with a pen.
Ngoma. No, the response was Ngoma.
Lana kubhalwe Ngoma. Lana ke kwasebhalwa ngaphezulu KwaNongoma ngepen. Ubona lana ithi Ngoma.
Manje mina ungoma lo ngibona la angicabanga ukuthi mhlambe unongoma lo usubhalwe ngepeni la ukuthi ongaphezulu kwanongoma.
Okay. The Ngoma that I see here, as it is written Ngoma, I do not think that it is the KwaNongoma which is written with a pen just above.
Lesi sikole lesingaphansi kwamahlabathi esakwaceza isikole lesi mawungahamba uthola iaddress yakhe lesi sikole lesi sibhalwe Ceza noma uloku noma Mahlabathi bebhala kwethu kwesikhathi bebhala Ceza or Mahlabathini.
This school is it falls under Mahlabathini and it is KwaCeza. If you were to go there, sometimes you find that it's written in both with both names, Mahlabathini and KwaCeza.
Is Ngoma not short for Kwanongoma?
Ingama ke njengoba lapha ubonile kubhalwe Ngoma ukuthi ke akusona nje igama ke elingaphelele elisho uNongoma.
Angicabanga lo gama lesho unongoma.
I don't think that name refers to Nongoma. Nongoma is very clear, Nongoma.
Right. It says the said person was brought to my private office, number 31, Alberton SAPS, at Alberton SAPS.
Uyaqhubeka ke ngokubhala lana ke uKenneth Hadebe ukuthi ke umuntu loyo walethwa ke kwioffice lami number 31 kuma office amaphoyisa eAlberton.
Yesterday we
Inamba yale ya container leyana angiyazi ukuthi ngizothi I container bani kodwa Hadebe ngithi yena uthe ungilande yena emaselini.
I do not know the number of that particular container as what number it was, but isn't it that Hadebe said that he fetched me from the cells?
Yes, that's what we put to you yesterday as his evidence, and he explained that he did not indicate as to who brought you to his office because he fetched you himself.
Yebo iloko sekushilo kwena ke izolo ke ukuthi ke kwakubufakazi bakho ke lokho ukuthi ke ingakho ke kungabhaliwe lana ukuthi ubani owakuletha eoffice lakhe ngoba uyena owahamba wayokulanda kuma cell.
La kuthini?
Okay. Umuntu loyo walethwa akubhalwanga lutho ke lapha yana kule ndawo uyabona ithi walethwa kuvulekile akubhalwanga lutho lapha yana.
Ngiyayithola.
I get it.
Okay. It's 11:14, my lord.
14.
Yeah, 11:14. We can take the normal short
Okay.
adjournment.